This is the house at 15th Street, and it's an old farmhouse sitting on about an acre of land, and we bought this from a wholesaler, which is where we buy a majority of our deals. The seller had run into some trouble with drugs and rehab and really let the property go, and so that's why she was kind of selling at a discount. I saw the potential in it, and it was just a project that we had the ability to take on, so we did. Basement down there. It's pretty dark, so it's a very unique house. It's not the normal suburban house that we remodel. It was going to be a cool project because it was more of like a change up to our normal renovation business model, and it was going to be a very unique project for a unique buyer. So we bought it for $120. We're going to spend about $60,000 in renovation, and then it's going to be worth about $250 after we're done. I avoid older houses because all of the large ticket items are usually not updated, and so if we're going to do a older house, we do verify that the plumbing, the electrical, the mechanical systems are up to today's standards. So kitchen here, we're gonna get rid of the floors, new cabinets, backsplash, tile, everything. This is gonna be pretty much a gut job, except for the walls, so we'll gut everything in here. When I first saw the kitchen, I tried to keep the floor because I thought it would be a cool retro look, but it didn't really fit with the farmhouse idea that we were going for. And I really saw that the kitchen was very underutilized because it didn't have as much cabinetry as it could have. So not only were we gonna have to gut the entire kitchen, but we were going to have to add cabinets in different places so that we could maximize the space as much as possible. This is actually a cool build because it's got this little butler pantry in here. And this actually goes to the other side out there. So you can get food, put it through the window. So it's like a historic charm of the house. First look at the house, first walk through the house. We're kind of getting a lay of the land and see how the house is set up, all the unique features that we can turn into selling points, the renovation budget, which we're building as we walk through the house. It's got a lot of cool features like the working fireplace. It's got a sitting room. It's got the hardwood floors. It's got the butler pantry. It's got the very large formal dining area that we can enhance with a renovation, but we also know that we have a lot more work to do. The house is pretty straightforward when it comes to renovation, but it's going to take a long time because it's almost 3,000 square feet, and it has fallen into a lot of deferred maintenance because of the issues with the cellar. It's going to take a lot of work. And then here, obviously going to replace that window, refinish all the hardwoods. One of the things that we discovered when doing the initial walk through the house is that the window that was boarded up had a bullet hole in it. I don't know what it's from, I don't know where it came from, but it was very clear that there was a bullet that had come through the window, broken it, and to secure it, they boarded it up. And then basically, we're gonna clean it up. Paint's gonna go a long way in here. And then we got a little half bath right there. Really, all the first walkthrough was to create the renovation budget and kind of see what the scope of work was gonna look like to create a renovation timeline. Fireplace, working fireplace. So we'll see if that's going to present any problems. And then all of the bedrooms are actually upstairs. It's going to be a cool house when it's done. It's going to show in a very unique light, and this will be a lot different than the renovations that we do because we're going to keep a lot of the farmhouse charm. And so it'll be fun that it won't be our normal renovation. It'll be a little bit different in terms of fixtures, features that we add and keep, and we're going to keep a lot of the uniqueness of the house. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I like this. I chose this house because it's got a lot of historic charm to it. So here's some more of the bedrooms here. Yeah. So this is one. Here's two. So the closing almost fell apart. My lender was about 4 days late in closing, and I had gotten word from the wholesaler that the seller was in and out of rehab with a drug problem, and she was ready to cancel the deal on the wholesaler side because she wasn't getting her money quick enough. And so what I had to do was come up with an extra $20,000 to put down towards the house as good faith money to show we're serious about buying the house. Just give us a few more days to get our lender lined up, and then that way we're showing that we're committed to closing. This is like a little sunroom, like a nursery over here. I mean, it's real estate. There's always last minute drama that comes into it. We do what we have to do to keep the deal alive, whether that's putting an extra $20,000 down towards the house, whether it's adding to the purchase price of the house, it's whatever, because the deal still made sense. It was just more of a formality that the closing was taking longer than we had thought. So this is cool too, because it's got a little soaker tub that we'll have separately from the shower, and then 2 shower heads right there. Shot of all that nasty tile that we'll be ripping up. New flooring, vanity, paint, hardware, toilet. Just kind of our standard stuff. And so underneath this carpet here is hardwood as well, so we'll refinish all of that. Get rid of all this dingy stuff. All in all, we spent about $60,000 on the renovation, and that just kind of goes to show that the labor costs in general for this house were a lot higher because it's a bigger house with more work. And then this door to the outside right here. This is actually going to be a living space down here, so we'll finish all this off, and then there's storage in here, which you can't really see. And then back over here is actually a non-conforming, we're going to turn it into a 4th bedroom. So this will be, you can't really call it a bedroom because it doesn't have an egress window, but this will be non-conforming, and we'll just add to the house. This rental will probably take about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, just because it's a little intense. Outside in the yard, what we're gonna do is, there's a lot of potential on this lot here because it is a full acre, or it's almost a full acre. So what we're gonna do is clear out all of the trees and the tree line, so you can really see all of the land that comes with the house. It's got a carport that we'll clean up, and we'll just add some basic landscape. There's a shared driveway, which is also a negative to the house. It doesn't have a garage, it has a carport, so that's another decreased selling point for the house. In terms of the neighbor, they had a lot of trash. They had a lot of junk in their side of the land. Can't really control the neighbors. We knew it was gonna be something that we'd have to overcome when we sell the house. And so all we could do is just show our house in the best light possible and hope that homeowners focus on that versus what's next door. But for being as old as the house is, it's in really good shape. The mechanicals are great, plumbing, electrical, it's all updated. Furnace and the hot water heater is newer, and so that's a really good expense that we don't have to pay. So really everything in here is just, it's all cosmetic at this point. So that's the type of stuff we like.